What's up, everybody? This is Zachary Strife, and the game is Dragon's Prophet. What am I doing playing this game? Well, it is a free, massively multiplayer online role-playing game, or I guess more of an action multiplayer. What is the Dragon's Prophet? Well, basically dragons. I mean, it's quite simply that. And yeah, this one doesn't look like your typical dragon. There's many different styles of dragons. This is just a, well, let me show you. In the Dragon Compendium. This is a Sky Touch dragon. It is known as Raging Storm, I believe. Yep, there it is. And it's a rare dragon. Anyway. My other dragon is kind of like an iguana or a Komodo dragon or something like that. There are different styles. This dragon does not fly. So anyway, what am I doing here? Well, I kind of want to review the game and give my opinion on it. Basically, I've been playing. Obviously, I'm level 50 now. You can see in the top left corner. I've been playing quite a bit, and I feel like I should, accurately review this game, and I will. So gameplay, to me, I really enjoyed the action MMO aspect of it. For example, when you go to attack, you use your left and right mouse buttons to do attacks. And you'll notice that at the bottom right on my bar, the two right icons are the left and right. These actually change throughout what they call the combo, and you can perform various moves. So combos are very important, and on top of that you get skills, active skills, and you can combo those as well. Here are my current combos, and I use every single one of them. I've been really tweaking out my character to do some crazy amounts of damage. These are level 50 and I'm level 50, so here's an example of how much damage I can do. And it's dead. I mean, it's insanely awesome how this game is, because it's, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's fun and casual, not like your typical MMO. And dragons. I mean, that's all I can say. Dragons. Now, in the very beginning of the game, you go through like a training mission, and at level 5 you're finally in the first town. Within the first town, you get a quest to capture a dragon. You have a dragon by like level 7. So your flying mounts happen at level 7. Which, to some, might say, well, there's no reason to really, play further into the game. But there very much so is. The dragon I have is a rare. It comes with various skills, and I got really lucky with this dragon, so I'm keeping it. And the most you can get is a 10-slot dragon, and I happen to get a 10-slot dragon. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself because I'm not really explaining things. The simple part of the game is capture dragons and attack stuff and do quests. Easy said, easy done. Oop. Gotta kill him real quick. But when it comes down to it, this game has a lot more to offer. And I'll show you that momentarily, as soon as I get back to a save zone here. Alright. So I was in the Dragon Compendium, and this kind of has like a Pokemon style to it. I mean, you can literally capture every dragon, and there are multiple pages of just this family to give you an idea of how many dragons there are. I believe there are currently 360-ish dragons, and they're adding more. They're actually adding 2 more families very soon. Some dragons, like the Eastern dragons, you can only get through Marketplace, which kind of annoys me, but they gotta make their money somewhere. So, what do you do in the game? Well, it's like every other MMO. You grab quests and you complete quests and stuff like that. It's, pretty cookie cutter. It's an MMO. But it's free, and to me the game deserves more players. Wow, I'm sweating like crazy. Deserves more players than it actually currently has. I mean, there's just so much to it, and it goes very in depth. In fact, I'm gonna fly to a town real quick so I can show you things. Man, I'm like freaking sweaty as a motherfucker. So the basic is, you know, you get equipment, you know, you get gear, you equip it, you do stuff, and life is good. And you can play the game through like that with no problem. About level 40 to 45, your quests start slowing down, so you're not leveling through the zones as fast, which to me is probably a good spot to start doing that, since the current max level is 98. There's not an insane amount of grinding to that point, but once you do hit that point, you're gonna have to do some here and there. It's not as easy as it sounds, or it's not as hard as it sounds, but it's not that difficult either. Or I just said the same thing. Sorry, guys. So you can call your dragon. You saw me do that, and you can also call your dragon to assist you. And this will actually attack with me. Actually, I probably should have went into town right away. You'll notice on the very top next to my HP bar, the red one, it says 4 minutes. That's how long my dragon could stay out to fight. After that, they need to regenerate their stamina. See, and now he's going to fight for me. Dragons, at least mine, is not very powerful because I haven't been training it. And I will get to training in a moment. But you can ask the question, why are you playing a game with such a bad metascore? And to be honest, I don't agree with probably about 90% of the metascore that I've read, and that's because that they reviewed the game when it was first in beta, and from what I understand, the beta was pretty bad. So people have a very sour taste in their mouth when it comes to Dragon's Prophet. But it's past a year. Or it's not even past a year yet. It hasn't been out for a year. It's getting close to a year. I think next month. And the game has improved quite a bit. In fact, I should take the train. I don't want to take the train. I don't want to leave my zone. The game has improved quite a bit to what the beta was. So most of what people complain about in the Metascore is no longer relevant. There are some issues while you're doing the quests where either the quest is broken, which I've only ran into twice, or it doesn't give you enough information to complete the quest. For example, my wife started playing this as well, and the recent quest that she did was to do shard enhancing. Nowhere in the quest does it show you how to do that. Shard enhancing, if you go up top with me, is called shard embedding. Sorry, shard embedding. And they don't tell you to hit the J key, they don't tell you any of that. And that's all the quest was, is to put a shard on a piece of armor. So she was pretty frustrated with that because she was not really figuring it out, and you know, it's just little things like that, tutorial wise, are not 100% complete. But if you can get past that, the game has quite a bit to offer. For example, I was talking about my dragon training, which I do need to do that right now, if I can remember where the trainer is. It's over here. You can train your dragon in 1 hour increments or a 5 hour block. If you want to do more than that, then it costs real money. Honestly, that's pretty fair. Now, here's the dragon lair. This is where things get interesting. Each dragon has its own statistics and its own skills. A dragon, when you capture it, has a set of skills that it can randomly get. So, example, Raging Storm is an intelligence dragon, so it can get intelligence-based attacks or heals. And my Blinktail, which is another rare dragon, is a physical dragon, and it gets, you know, more attacks and, you know, things like that. While you're doing your dragon training, oh my god, dude, I need to like freaking just stop sweating for 5 seconds. Jesus, it's actually finally summer, guys. Holy crap. So when you're in the dragon training, I'll just go to the ones I've been working on. you have a whole bunch of options here. And before I get into training, I have to explain these. Soul Dragon skills, when you capture dragon, are random skills you can acquire. And the dragon soul skills are actually ones that you may use on your character through this button. And I only have one with the 2 dragons that I have in my inventory, or in my stable. If I were to pull this guy here, you'll see you have learned the dragon soul skill Reciprocal Fury. And now I could take it and drag it onto my action bar. But I don't use this dragon as attacker, so bye-bye. Actually, that's not a bad attack either. It's quite a bit of damage. It's 4,100. Anyway, the elite skills are like your training. The reason I'm using these 3 dragons is because they all have training masteries, which give bonuses to the dragon training process. This dragon and this dragon do not have any elite skills, so I'm just using them as active dragons. And then combat skills are obviously the skills that the dragon itself uses while in combat, which is, if you don't know, the tilde key to summon the dragon to attack with you, and then empty slots. I haven't gotten into evolutions. I have no idea how that works yet, so obviously there's still a lot for me to learn. You'll also notice that there's equipment on the left side here, and yes, you can equip your dragon. Actually, I should probably equip that. And the dragon will change equipment. You can see now there's like a blue under armor thing there. And you just get equipment through, you know, attacking things and getting the basic loot. So anyway, your dragon has all these different skills, and you can train them, which I'll show you now. The dragon process you can do in 1-hour increments or 5-hour block. Anything past 5 hours will start costing you SC, which is station cash. It's real life money. But honestly, if you can come to the game every 5 hours, you're not going to benefit from spending anything in the station, or for station cash. So just do the 5-hour if you can. And for me, example, I'm trying to extract flutes. Flutes allow you to summon new dragons once you acquire a certain amount of guild points, and you can go to the Dragon Sanctuary, which I haven't done yet. Sorry, guys. So we'll go ahead and do a 5-hour process. If you didn't notice, that cost me 1,500 gold. Gold is not very hard to come by. It's like flowing. You could swim in it. Just grab stuff and sell it. It's pretty simple. This dragon, I believe, is my wood dragon. Sorry. So I get a 50% to all the things down here when I train it. So I'll get, you know, 50% more logs, blocks, training experience, and the dragon provisions. So we'll go ahead and add that one. And then I have a 25% on ores for this guy. So it's pretty simple. And oops. You can add more slots for station cash. I've actually went ahead and added 2 additional slots on my stable and my lair, as well as additional slot on my bag. After level 20, you no longer get additional slots, so you need to start paying for them, and it can get a bit pricey. A lot of these are $5 to unlock, you know, 8 slots. The first 2 are fairly reasonable. It's a total of $3 to unlock 2. And then it kind of goes up from there. So you can determine if you were to want to put money into this game or not. My general thought process is if you can play the game for a month and still have fun, then maybe consider dropping a little bit in. I believe Station Cash does allow PayPal, so you can use that as a payment option. So I trained my 3 dragons, and they now have 5 hours to finish their training. Right now I'm just grinding them out to get, you know, flutes and ores, and eventually send them to the training academy, which I cannot do. Oh, I can. This is where things get a little more in depth. You'll notice that these dragons are all level 25 max. If I train them to level 10 or higher, I can start getting benefits. I trade them to the academy, and that's just a little thing they do to allow you to expand your dragons. Each latest academy point can actually be used to increase your current dragon, or any dragon you want to put them on, really. This one doesn't show you my training level. I guess I have to be in the layer to show it, but this one I believe is level 29 now. It can be level 29. It's only like level 2 or 3 though. It's not very high. That was level 9, dang. So you constantly want to have your dragons in training to get latest academy points to further the dragons you're going to keep. So it's kind of a process, and you can kind of speed it up if you really want to by using dragon provisions. What are we doing here? Dragon provisions, basically it's 1-for-1 on the training experience. So if I were to do that, obviously I don't have any on me right now. I have 18,000 in my Lair storage though. But if you were to do that, you could just dump all the experience into the dragon and sell it to the academy. So you really don't have to grind out as much as you think you do. Anyway, back to more dragon stuff. Yeah, at any time you can release your dragon to capture another one. You don't have to keep the one you have.
Dragons being truly a majestic beast.
The Lair... Oh, I forgot about that. You can get dragon companions, but it costs real money, I believe. Let's see. Training. Oh, when your dragons are trained, you can also add statistic or attribute points to different attributes. So if I'm using an intelligence dragon, I'm obviously going to want to put more into intelligence to increase its spell levels and spell damage and whatever. So the dragon training is separate from the character training, obviously, and it's more of a long-term thing than it is the character's leveling. So that's really the big part of this game, is dragons and dragon training and getting the biggest, beefiest dragon you can. There are a lot of things you can do in this game besides that. For example, you could just get, you know, the equipment they give you and play through the game. And that's cool. The game actually does a very good job of equipping you. The purple gear I have is all from questing, and it will carry me for about 10 levels per cycle. So I'm pretty much always geared, and everything I get I can just sell. So what you can do though, is if you want to further your abilities or further your stats, I guess, you can do a couple things. You could do, for example, the shard attunement. While you're questing, you get these things called dragon shards, and they do minor buffs to your equipment. For example, if I want to put physical damage on my sword, I could just put that in there, and then add physical damage. Boom. But I'm not going to, because I don't want to equip it to this sword, because I'm getting ready to get a new sword. So you have all these little minor crystals, basically, that you can put into the equipment that you have. So that's pretty neat. What else can I do here? Oh, companions. Companions are doom. If you want to do the basic enhancing, you can hit Y. Actually, I'll show you. Equipment enhancement is Y, shard and bending is J. This is pretty simple stuff. For example, let's put my helmet in there. Okay, so you can see it's on the left side. The way the system works right now, you can pretty much infinitely enhance your equipment. So, I mean, it all is money cost and percentages. So let's go ahead and increase the durability first. There is no negative to increasing durability, so you can always have an 80% chance. And even with that, I still fail. Imagine that. Wow, I'm failing quite a bit for an 80%. It's kind of sad, actually. Alright. And like I said, you can do this infinitely as long as you have the money. So let's say I want to go ahead and increase the physical physical defense. I have 266, or wow, numbers. 966 physical and 483 magical. So the magical is a little low. Let's go ahead and try to increase that. You could just up this number and it automatically pays for that amount. So you see, every time that this one goes, the percentage chance goes down. I usually go to about 12 to 15%. Actually, Garth RS helped me with that because I didn't know anything about enchanting. He's like, dude, are you enchanting your stuff, bro? I'm like, no. Thank you, Garth, for pointing that out. So, I mean, it's just a process to make your gear better than what it is. And now my magic defense is 556, which is pretty freaking good. You can do that to all your equipment, or you can just play as you were. But as you get in higher levels, you'll notice that you kind of need to do that because some of the dungeons get a little difficult and do, you know, for example, way more magic defense or magic damage than physical damage. So I'm only stopping 19% of magic damage, while I'm stopping 31% of physical. So I want to up my magic defense as much as possible. Now, a lot of this is probably over your guys' head, or you're just like not interested. You don't have to worry about it. You could just play through the game, like I said, get the equipment, and enjoy the game. If you want to better your chances of survival, that's a good way to do it, and I highly recommend doing it. Anyway, so that's gameplay. It's very simple at the surface, but very, very in-depth when you get into the game. And that's what I like, because you can play it simply, or you can go further in. You can get drawn in and get lost. I've actually only been playing this for about 3 or 4 weeks now, and I'm already level 50, so that's telling you how easy it can be to level up. Alright, so as for polish, I guess, I was kind of talking about that a little earlier. The training stuff kind of, or the quest needs to be a little more straightforward. Some of the quests are a little broken. Obviously, it's a free game, so they have a little budget to work with. And honestly, the more people that play it, the better the game will be overall. As for polish, I think the game looks great, but there's a couple problems with it for other people. I don't have this problem, and some of my other friends don't have the problem, and some of my friends do have a problem. With nearly identical systems, the game will run at an unplayable state, and we're unable to figure out why. I'm actually going to do a separate video on that, showing you how to bypass some of the issues, but some of the things that they fix can easily be remedied through the game itself. I don't know why they're not taking initiative to fix the game. But anyway, that'll be a different video. That's my biggest negative on this, is the polish and just the overall stability of the game. For me, it's fine. For a lot of friends I know, it's not so much. And I'm trying to base this on an overall view instead of my personal view. So anyway, overall, I know I didn't get really in-depth in the review. I'm kind of just explaining the mechanics of the game. Overall, would I recommend this game? Well, hell yeah. I mean, I'm on a freaking dragon. I mean, it's not, you know, the dragoniest dragon, but if you look into the different types of dragons, there are some really badass looking things. And a lot of it's marketplace, where you have to spend real cash, but it's, you know, not a big deal. Basically, the market dragons look like mine. Like, if you were to get a market dragon that was a, you know, Skyrider style, it would have 10 slots automatically, I believe, and then random skills. Or you can capture the dragons. And I will show you that real quick. I never actually showed you how to capture a dragon. It's actually pretty neat. Let's see if I can find one real fast. There's a lot of dragons just sitting out in the wild. This is all the wrong way. Oh crap. I need to go the other way. That's what I need to do. Anyway, I definitely recommend this game. I just can't say that enough. I think that if it had more people playing and a little bit more money or income, the game would get significantly better. And it's pretty damn good, to be honest. I've played a lot of MMOs, and even my wife, who just recently started playing WoW, stopped playing WoW because she enjoyed this a lot more. It's a much more casual game. You can just kind of play it whenever you want. and it's really fun. There are... Oh, that'd be awesome if I could find an ancient dragon. There are dragons that spawn like once or twice a week. They're extremely rare and very hard to... Okay, here's one I can capture. They're extremely difficult to capture, and you need to be certain levels to actually do it. I actually finally ran into my first ancient dragon, and it was 15 levels higher than me, and it kicked my ass. It made me so mad. But that's going to happen. And if you're trying to collect them all, which to a lot of people is a draw to the game, then you'll have to be very patient and very persistent. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just weaken this dragon a little bit. Since it's the same level, I really don't need to do that, but... Alright, so you have the option after level 5, I believe, to capture dragon, which brings up this interface. And it's just a little mini game. You just keep the icon near the middle as much as possible. And if you're in the middle, you get twice the progress, I guess. I don't know what exactly it's doing there, but... Alright, so that was the capture process, and now I own this dragon. And it gave me a skill, which I'll have to see what that was. Squama. Increases the character's physical defense by 15% and magic defense by 15%. Lasts for 4 minutes. That's really good. That's a really good support spell. Well, you could just do this. You can... Ooh. 15%. If I find another 25%, I'm going to keep it and replace my 15% because I'll get more... provisions and other things like that. Alright, so I decide I don't want it. It doesn't have enough skill slots, so we'll go ahead and release the dragon. Oh, actually I need to get off it first. Go ahead and release the dragon. Hit OK. And I'm back to the 2 that I had, and I can capture another one. The yellow bar, the third bar, is your dragon soul points. You can use dragon soul skills, and it uses that pool of points, and when you're capturing a dragon, it also uses that pool of points. So go ahead and just hop on it right away. Let's see if I can get a better dragon real fast. And yes, you do have to hit F and G and H. It gets pretty difficult once you start hitting legendary or rares even. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, so I didn't get a soul skill with this guy, but another 15%. Damn. It's a 9 slot. That's pretty good. Probably won't keep him either. So you could just constantly do this until you get a dragon you want. Notice that it was the exact same dragon, but it gave me different skills. That's just the random roll system of the game, and you can just kind of keep doing it. So you can really tailor the game how you want to play. If you want to support dragon, you need to find the style of dragon that, you know, has the support skills. And then just keep capturing it. Unless it's a rare, then obviously you can only capture it so many times a day, or a week. Oh, come on. And you can just keep doing this. And if you want to fill your dragon compendium, obviously you're going to need to capture every single dragon, which I don't really think it gets you anything. They should give you achievements or progress for that. And you didn't give me shit either. Oh, that's a 10 slot though. Ah, the masteries. I thought there was really good masteries, but not really. Anyway, I will stop this. It's probably not the most interesting thing to watch, but just trying to show you how to acquire dragons. And there are evil dragons. You cannot acquire those. They actually are talking about adding a system where you can go evil in the end, and you can capture like the corrupted and undead dragons and things like that. So that's pretty cool. It's like a prestige style thing they're talking about. So anyway, again, overall, I really highly recommend this game, and it does need a little bit of polish, but if you're really patient with it, it could be a very enjoyable experience. And if you guys do consider, you know, playing the game, we are on the Kronos server. The baggers are. There's only 2 servers to choose from. Right now, I have been just playing this almost non-stop. I mean, it's just to me, it's extremely fun. I don't know why. I prefer the action MMOs versus the, you know, auto attacking MMOs, I guess. But anyway, I guess that's it for my review. It's going to be quite a long video. It's about a half-hour long, but hopefully you guys get enough information from it to determine if you want to play it or not. And give it some patience. It had a really rocky start. If you played it in the beta, maybe you should give it another shot, because it's quite a different game now from what I gather from the information I have. Anyway, I'm going to make another video, like I said, after this, showing the couple fixes that I know if you have problems with the game. And I will leave the links in the description below to the Steam store page and the standalone client. You can get this through Steam. It makes it quite easy to launch, and I hope you guys do join us. If you do happen to play the game and you do enjoy it, please like this video and, you know, send it to your friends. Let them decide for themselves if they want to play it, or just like it anyway because you love me. Anyway, guys, I apologize for not having videos. Life has been kind of crazy. I won't get into detail, but it was pretty rough for the last couple months. And don't forget, I have live shows on Twitch TV /ZacharyStrife, Fridays and Saturday nights at 9:30 Eastern, and occasionally through the week. And that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoy watching this very long review, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. And if it's regarding fixing the game to get it to work for you, please go to the other video, which might be over in the corner, maybe an annotation, if I remember. Anyway, guys, I am ZacharyStrife, and this is Dragon's Prophet, and I hope you join me for this awesome experience of a game. See ya!